Hello everybody and welcome back to Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson, and today I have another one of those raid in the rack videos for you, and I have three beautiful Dracaena plants, otherwise known as Sansevieria, to show you today. So the first one is this. So this first beautiful plant I have in my hands is called a Dracaena bacularis Mikado, and its synonym is Sansevieria fernwood Mikado. So this looks like a little forest of plants, and they stay around about this height, as you can see here. There are lots of pups that come out and they grow out into this lovely, as I said, it looks like a forest or a wood of beautiful Dracaena plants. They are cylindrical in their leaves. They have this lovely trifasciata coloration going on in them. So they are dark green and lighter green stripes and streaks and patterning going on in them. They're very stiff, very solid. And look at this closer up. Isn't that just an absolutely amazing bundle of joy? I love this plant. Look at it. I mean, it's just an absolutely wonderful, stunning plant to look at. It's like you can look at this plant forever because there's so much structure going on in it. It's very architectural and very enjoyable from all angles to look at. So that was my beautiful first plant I wanted to show you today. The beautiful Dracaena bacularis Mikado. Gorgeous. And all the plants I'm going to show you today are much more upright looking, kind of like this, but taller. So let's get on with the next plant. So I've had to go quite a bit further back for this one because it's a very, very tall plant. This is at least 60 centimeters tall. And when I first bought this plant, you can see it was down to the level of all the leaf mass down here. So every new leaf that has come out has shot up to more than double as tall. So I've had this plant a couple of months and it is doing really well for me. It was on the side, but now it's become a floor plant because it's getting so tall and the tallest leaves just keep growing on upwards. So I don't know how tall this plant actually can get. But this beautiful Dracaena plant I have here is known by its synonym Sansevieria Javanica. And it really is a beautiful plant. You can see it has the trifasciata coloration going on in the leaves again, so the light and darker tones. It's a kind of darker green colour in all, and plain green meaning that it has variations in the green colours, but it doesn't have any silver or yellow or red or any other kind of tones in a stripe along the edges or in the leaf per se. So let me bring this plant in so you can get a closer look at it all the way around. So there are the top parts. Look at this as we go up, and then it becomes more and more of a jungle. And as I said here, this is the height of the plant when I bought it just a couple of months ago, and it has grown over 20, 30 centimeters more than that since. So now look at this all the way around. It's an absolutely stunning plant to look at too. And it just keeps popping out new plants. So I'm going to have to go and repot this plant soon into a newer, bigger pot with lovely fresh soil to encourage this plant to bush out more from the bottom to keep this beautiful jungle carrying on for me. But if I show you these two plants together, although the colorations in them are very similar, you can see they are different structures and they grow at very different heights. Because look at this one compared to this. This plant here will never get as big as this. So it's really nice that there are so many different varieties out there for everybody. So that was my second plant, this beautiful Dracaena plant here known as Sansevieria Gibanica. So let me now get on to my third plant that I want to show you that I absolutely love. So once again, I have to go a little bit further back for this one because this plant has become a mighty brute for me in a very short amount of time. I've actually had this plant around 2 months, and Again, I bought it at the height of all these lower, darker leaves down here. And in those 2 months, it's pupped me out 2 new plants that are double as tall as the original plants that I bought. And this plant is also pupping out another plant that is going to grow up just here and fill out this mass even more. This beautiful plant is the Dracaena Albertiana. And this plant is also known by its synonym Sansevieria Albertiana or Sansevieria Jaboa. This is a gorgeous plant. It's quite popular because it grows fast, it grows very tall. I've seen videos and photos online of this plant like a few meters tall or something like that. I mean, it can really grow amazingly for you. So I just want to bring this in closer because this plant once again has these beautiful trifasciata green tonations going on in it with the light and dark green flecking going on. And the more mature leaves are darker green and they get this lovely red lining along the edge of the leaves that kind of curl and look very beautiful. The young leaves are much more kind of lime, fresh green coloured, and they have no edging with a different colour on them until they start darkening out. But I am so pleased with the outcome of this plant and how quickly it's grown. So let's have a closer look. So look at this mass here. So down at the bottom you can see these original darker leaves, gorgeous, and then you can see all the new leaves that have grown since I bought this plant and how tall it's got for me. In 2 months. I mean, these have just raced up. Look at this all the way around. I just can't get enough of it. And then look down at the bottom here. You can see that new pup sprouting out of the bottom there, ready to give me even more height on this side of my plant. And well, this plant has been growing so much that I actually went in and repotted it from its smaller pot into this bigger pot here, and that is when all the new growth started just going crazy, and that extra pup has come out right on the edge of the pot in the area of the new soil. So this plant has just pushed out another one of its rhizomes right out to the edge of this pot straight away and thrown up a new pup. So it's really happy with having been repotted. It's just gorgeous, don't you think? It is absolutely amazing what these plants can do. So that was my third Dracaena plant for this video. This beautiful Dracaena Albertiana, synonym Sansevieria Albertiana or Sansevieria Jaboa. And just to give you a size comparison compared to my Dracaena trifasciata Laurentii here in the background, I'm just going to bring this plant down so you can see. Even though it looks big, it's nowhere near as that beautiful plant up there. It's got a long way to go before it reaches my other beautiful Dracaena. So that's all the Dracaenas I had to show you for this video. And you can see they're all much more kind of upright, as I said, trifasciata colours, and absolutely gorgeous. Very different types of leaves, very different varieties, showing different types of Dracaena plants known as Sansevierias. So all I have to say now is thank you very much once again for watching Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when my next video will be coming up, and I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.